You were born and raised in Valkeala.
You've done your research, huh?
What is Susijengi?
How do I explain it?
Have you ever seen Santa Claus?
Uh,
Now let's talk about the main thing we're here. Sveiciens visiem VEF podkāsta klausītājiem un skatītājiem. Šodien mans viesis neviens cits kā Somijas izlases basketbolists, pasaules kausa dalībnieks un VEF Rīga basketbolists Alexanders Madsens. What's up, Alex?
What's up?
Before we start, I want to say, mēs šodien ierakstām šo epizodi, kā jau ierasts 3. sezonā Mākslas centrā Susijengi. Droši nākiet apskatīties izstādes, jo šeit ir fantastiska atmosfēra. Alexander Bjerregard Madsen. Do you have any other names?
No. I mean, I got a lot of nicknames, but I mean...
Oh, we can talk about nicknames. How do your closest friends call you?
My closest friends call me Ale.
Ale?
Ale, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
And head coach?
Head coach?
Yeah.
I mean, in national team, they call me Maddie.
Maddie?
Yeah, because the last name. We had another Alex, so we had like 2 Alex. Actually, we had 3 Alex in national team at one point, so it's like... You gotta find a name for everybody.
But nobody calls you Thor?
Nobody calls me Thor. Only Harry's in the gym in the bed calls me Thor.
It gives strength.
Yeah.
And we all had those cringy nicknames probably in childhood. What was yours? Internet, online.
Cringy nicknames. Blodom. I use that like in every place. I think it came from Children of Bodom, the band.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a cringy.
Do you play video games?
Yeah, I play.
What's your favorite?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It helps you relax in the free time.
Gets me out of the like routine, like the everyday stuff. So gets me in mind.
Do you take your console with you on the road?
During the season, not really, but the national team, yeah. Yeah, if it's a long trip, like a week or something, yeah.
All right. You were born and raised in Valkeala?
Valkeala, yes.
Valkeala.
Yeah.
It's not a big city. It's 11,000 people live there.
Yeah, it's town, more like a village, like you guys call the small towns here.
Oh, it's a village.
Yeah.
And can you tell us about your childhood in this village, as you say? What was your childhood about?
I mean, we lived kind of in one place in Valkeala, like the one area. Pretty basic childhood. School was close, like 200 meters, 250 meters, something like this.
But it's not a big school, probably.
No, it's a small one. In the beginning, it was only 1st and 2nd grade was in that school, but then they expanded the school, so it was from 1 to 6. I mean, everything was close because there was like the same age like kids in the area, so we were just playing around all day long. Then we had a football court close by, and they turned into a
hockey rink.
Yes, a hockey ring in the winter time. So like, yeah, you didn't have to go nowhere. It's like everything is closed, everybody's close. Yeah. Then 7th to 9th grade was a little bit further, like 4 kilometers. Like downtown of this village.
Downtown of
yes.
Valkeala. So it's a big village if it has a downtown and
no,
more than one school.
It's not big village, but Valkeala has a like a, it's not like a state, but it's like a region. It was pretty big, like square meters wise or square kilometers wise, not square meters, but. So yeah, like that was like 7th and 9th grade was a little bit further. There was also high school, a small one. But yeah, then from after that, I went to culinary school, which was in Kouvola.
Excuse me, in what school?
Culinary school.
Culinary school?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And it was when? 9th grade? Or?
After 9th grade, yeah.
Okay.
So then it was 3 years of doing the basic like chef stuff.
So Alex, you have a degree in culinary, right?
Yes.
You count as a chef?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it a plan after your career?
Maybe. I mean, I've thought about it, but it's like, you know, we will see. We will see what happens after basketball.
And if you're gonna open up a restaurant, what kind of food would you serve there?
I mean, it would probably be a sports bar.
Sports bar?
Yeah.
So burgers and finger food?
Yeah, it's just finger food and, you know, a lot of games like basketball, ice hockey, football, you know,
All
this
right.
kind of stuff.
Pineapple, does it belong on a pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure?
Easy.
What did you bring on your last birthday to the team?
Last birthday.
No, previous to that.
Carrot cake.
Carrot cake?
Yeah.
And what can the team wait from you this year?
No, maybe carrot cake again. Everybody's been asking for carrot cake, but I don't know.
Okay, you have to try Alex's carrot cake. It's amazing. And if you would get into a fight or an agreement with head coach and you had to make amends with him, what would you get him?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like
by this?
what kind of food would you bring him as like a forgiveness gift to the head coach? Oh, I'm sorry that I was practicing bad, coach. Here you go.
I'll just bring a father.
Father?
Father.
That's his
Father works.
favorite chocolate, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, but where in this picture comes basketball?
I mean, basketball.
In Valkali, you said it's only football court and ice hockey rink.
Yeah, I mean, there's a track and field court. There's a swimming hall, ice hockey, like not arena but a ring, like inside. But yeah, for all my life I've been doing some sports, volleyball, football. You know, I've been like an active kid, like my whole life. Yeah, I'm still an active kid, you know. Of course, but I wanted to talk because your both parents play volleyball. Yeah, and you have two sisters. They both play volleyball. Yeah, and you're the only one who plays basketball in a Valkala village where there's no basketball. How? From where? I mean, basketball is from Kouvola. That's that's like a small city. That's where you started to be chef? Yeah, that was where the school was. So this was probably like when I was 9. I was already playing ice hockey, volleyball, and football. And then my mom took me like a free tryout type of thing, like basketball, like you want to go and try. Yeah. I think it was 8 or 9 years old, something like this. I went there. I was there for 2 weeks, and then I was just like, I just tried it. And then the coach calls like to my mom, like, hey, like what's up? Like, this guy's gonna continue, right? Where is he? Like, and yeah, no, after that, you know, I don't know if I was like super excited about basketball that time. I don't remember. But yeah, after that I started playing, and then like during the time, like, you know, I left ice hockey, I left football, so I was only playing volleyball and basketball, probably like age of 14, and then my mom kind of told like, hey, like, make a decision, like you gotta. And what made your mind about not doing volleyball? I mean, first of all, like in my area, the volleyball kind of like disappeared because there was no players. You know, people are moving away from my hometown to play somewhere else volleyball, and that was one of the reasons. And the second reason was like I felt in basketball like every day I learned something new. Like, I don't know, it fascinated me to, you know, what we're gonna do today, like something new. You know, it's not like the same stuff all the time. Even though I still like I love playing volleyball. Like, we play beach volley like basically every summer if we can. It's not that I think beach volley is not as traumatic. What do you mean? I mean, I'm just saying, you know. I mean, it's safer to play beach volley. It's a good sport. No, but it's fun, and it's like when you play 2-on-2 or 3-on-3, you get to move like a lot more, kind of. So it's and in Kouvola, it was there was this basketball team, right? Where you started to play professionally, and they have
a lot of teams, they have this system already in Finland where you can play as a child and then you have this professional team up.
Yeah, so basically most of the clubs that are in the main league, they have a junior system. So basically you have from age, 7 until adults, like they're in the same system, basically.
But is it mandatory for the clubs?
No, it's not mandatory because there's also clubs that don't really have junior academies, and then there's also clubs that only do juniors, basically, or then they have a lower level men's team in like second league or third league,
Similar as in Latvia. Then.
Yeah. So, but I mean, when I was young, there used to be so that every men's team has like juniors, like all the way. I mean, they are not doing the same stuff. It's not like national team, how their national team is built, but still, like you have like the team that you're like a fan of, and you see like that's the goal. Like I wanna play on that team, and in the big gym, with the crowd there, and all that stuff.
Before we go in deeper about basketball, about your childhood, because it's really important for Latvian listeners to understand. Have you ever seen Santa Claus?
Santa Claus?
Yeah, and is he real?
Yes, Santa Claus. I've seen Santa Claus. Is he real? Yes, he's real.
Okay, then I'm not worried about it. Yeah, and your idol growing up in basketball, you had some posters in your room, or you learned some techniques watching, I don't know, maybe Motola.
Yeah.
Or somebody else.
No, I mean, actually, I was a fan of Kobe.
Oh, okay.
Rest in peace. Yeah, that was the guy I was watching from internet, YouTube mostly. Yeah.
But that's why you can move. For a big guy, you have pretty good movement.
Yeah, I mean, I think it comes from having a lot of sports. When I was young, it's like it kept me mobile, not to like doing the basic stuff. Yeah, but yeah, no, Kobe. I'm a fan of Kobe. Still am, wearing 24 because of him. It used to be like the number every time I can choose it, I will choose it. Yeah. But yeah, that's probably the one and only. And
yeah, it's getting colder outside.
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably used to cold.
I am, but when it's cold inside the apartment, then it's not. I'm not used to this one.
And I wanted to talk about sauna.
Okay.
Do you have a sauna at home?
Yeah.
Also in Riga?
In Riga, we have and the gym sauna.
Oh, so it's basically like having it at home.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, not why, but does everybody has sauna in Finland at their homes?
Not everybody, but basically, if it's not in your apartment, let's say there's an apartment building and your apartment doesn't have, but the like apartment building has one.
Yeah,
like,
the whole building.
Yeah, like whole building has one. Yeah.
So basically everybody.
Basically everybody, yeah.
Okay.
But there is a difference, what I understood, between sauna and pirtti.
What's the difference between sauna and pirtti?
I think sauna is with electricity and pirtti is with this, like you warm it up with wood.
With wood and water.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite? For example, if me or somebody else comes to visit you, let's go to pirtti or to sauna?
I mean, if it's possible, pirtti, for sure.
It's better?
Yeah, it's
Why?
way better. Because like when you throw the water, it's kind of like softer, I would say. Like you feel the air, it's like a little bit better, and then it's all the smell of the burning wood, and it's way better. It's way better.
So countryside. So
Yeah.
Valkeala pirtti, yeah.
Valkeala pirtti, and then we go to an ice hole in the lake in the middle of the winter.
And then we go see Santa Claus.
And then we go see Santa Claus.
Okay. For recovery, what's your best methods of recovery? Is it sauna? Is it cold tub? Is it both?
It's both actually. Like going cold tub, sauna, back and forth. It's like I feel like it's the best.
And when did you discover that it's useful for you? Did they teach it in schools, or did they teach you in basketball career?
I mean, we've had in Kouvola, like with the men's team, we have a cold tub and we have sauna in the locker room. So it's like.
So you couldn't choose?
No, you just go back and forth, a few times.
And then you have...
same thing here in Riga. And, somebody's family has a lake house and you go for a weekend and you just go sauna to the lake. Doesn't matter, summer or winter. Summer is not as useful, but,
Hei, vai zināji, ka viršu veikals tagad pašā Rīgas centrā? Ejam iekšā! Kā vienmēr, jūties kā mājās. Kafija pati labākā viršos. Kas dara, tas izdara. Viršos vienmēr ļoti garšīgs ēdiens un vienmēr draudzīgi piedāvājumi visiem. Uzņemiet savu enerģijas lādiņu tepat viršos, lai jums pietiek jaudas gan atpūtai, gan treniņiem. Let's talk about the main thing we're here, basketball. And you have played combined 64 matches in Finnish youth team. I don't know if you counted.
I
but I counted.
You checked it, I guess.
I counted myself, 64 games. And it doesn't matter if it's men's or youth national team. When the national team calls, you go, right? Yeah. There's no second thoughts.
No.
And when was the first time you got a call from youth national team? Do you remember?
I was probably 14, something like this. 14, I think. How the system goes is, or used to go. I'm not sure how it goes nowadays, but they used to be like called all-star camps.
All-star camps.
Yes, so they are kind of like seeing all the talented kids, like the clubs can like tell like, yeah, we have these 3 players, let's say, and they're the most talented one in from our club.
Yeah.
And then there's a camp where it's like tests and playing and going through the basics of the system, defensive, offensively. And then they just like pick the best ones kind of, and they start to like cut people like after that.
But who picks the all-star players? Is there like a designated coach for each youth age group?
Yeah, I mean, what I've understood, like first of all, is the all-star level. That's like that used to be like 14, 15. That's the like first, and there's a lot of kids like in the first camps. They have like 3 camps. You're not gonna go all of them. But those are just kind of like to see the players and, the test results and start the process. And then they start to cut people like, we take these kids only, then a little bit less, less.
When it comes closer to those like European Youth Championships.
Yeah, I mean, but under 15, they already have national team games or like youth national team friendly matches. So they will see already like that age category, like who are the kids, like, okay, this is 12 kids, and then, then they start to build it up. Next year is under 16, the same kids. I mean, people develop, it comes to puberty, some people can grow more and, get faster and whatever.
Yeah.
But then like every year, it's like, when I was younger, you used to see the same faces basically every year. And then there's only like, I don't know, four different players every year, like might be. But basically like through those years, there's the same guys like over and over and over again, because they're like, they know the system, they've been here, and they're kind of, I would not say pretty precise, but still like they do their like kind of like research, and they know the players and they watch the players, and then they like every year they like, it's basically kind of like it's hard to like go past the system, kind of like you never been in a youth national team. And then you jump from, I don't know, straight to under 18 national team and you're like a starter.
It doesn't happen.
Sometimes, yeah, probably. I don't know now. But like when I was younger, it's like you can
so basically they check all the young basketball players throughout the year.
Yeah,
throughout the years.
Throughout the years, and they pick the talents and they pick the people there like they feel like they can be helpful for a men's national team in the future.
But it's like, okay, you played for a Kouvola team, yeah?
Yeah.
And it's like during the season. No, you play for Kouvola team
Yeah,
during
yeah.
the season. I mean, what season? Like September through like
April, something like this.
yeah, and in the summer is only the national team, or it's throughout the year.
No. It's only summer, but there's like this Baltic Sea Cup, I think.
Baltic Sea Cup, yeah.
Yeah, in the New Year's, somewhere there. So that's one like when they have camps, or they used to have at least camps. But then this in May there was like a test camp where they do the same test they do every year. You know, they see the results, they see the development. You know,
Yeah.
and then they still like that's like for, let's say 24 like youth players are in that, and then they start again cut. And then the like under 16 is the European Championships in the end of the summer, most likely July, August, and then you know you have a team again, and then next year under 18 they are younger under 18, but then you have like the like we had 94, 95, so they have the 94s, and then they pick like the best or talented 95 like born players to join the camps for under 18.
Who pays for the camps? Is it the federation? Is
No.
it your parents pay for it?
Parents pay, and the clubs pay.
And then the clubs have to pay.
Yeah, but I think there is a limit, or there used to be at least a limit how much they pay every year. Let's say like this is a ballpark, like 2,000 euros or 1,500 euros, and you know you split it. Like parents pay half, clubs pay half, and then.
But the club it's like. I mean, for your example, Kouvola, they have this professional team.
Yeah.
The professional team pays for it.
To be honest, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I think it depends who has your kind of like playing license. Mm-hmm. Like if you're 17 and you're already with the men's team, I assume men's team is gonna pay, not the youth system. So, but still, I don't know. But it's it's a great opportunity for players to join. So it's kind of like.
I mean, okay.
Brainer.
For example, look at me. If I'm not super talented, but if I had parents who are willing to pay, could they bought me a place in those camps?
No.
No. No chance, zero chance, right?
I mean, like for you, zero chance.
Okay.
But no, but I mean, like you.
I'm just talking about the players
I got you.
who are not selected by the coaches, but like.
No, like you can't buy your place in the like camps. Like no. Okay. They choose the players, and then in case somebody's like not able or don't want to go, then they just pick like on the line the next one they would have called up like to the youth national team.
And where do you guys practice? Like, do you have some kind of? I mean, you're from Valkeala, and does the youth team call you up and you have to go to Helsinki because in Helsinki there is some kind of big center, or where does the camps happen?
Nowadays, they changed the system, obviously, through the years. It's been, I don't know, 10 plus years.
You're not that old.
Yeah, but it's 10 plus years, you know.
Okay.
They changed the system a lot. When I was younger, we went to a place called Vierumäki. It's like, how do I explain it?
It's like a big center, like a
hub? It's like a sports, not center, but like
area,
like sports area where they have like for example, the ice hockey national team practices there. They have a gym. They have
big team, big guys.
Yeah, I think big guys, at least the younger ones, under 20, under 18, they practice there because there's like an area you can just have like everybody in the same place. There's food, there's the place to sleep like close by, and it's not like a.
So it's like hotels, gyms.
Yeah, and hotels not really, but it's like a campus kind of.
No,
like sports campus
like for athletes.
Yeah, so they have like everything there: golf course, ice hockey, track and field, the basketball, like everything in one place basically. And then there's swimming holes, whatever. So it's kind of like it's like campus. I would say it's campus.
But who's in charge of it? It's like like Finland Olympic like committee owns it, or who owns this place? How can they share? How can everybody live under one roof?
I think it's because it's a school system. There's school actually there. It's a campus, so I think it's partially government owned, partially I think, and then there's like independent. I'm not 100% sure, but they are like expanding every year because there is not like a hotel, but there's also like dorm rooms, that people stay in, and these like youth people in the camps. Like you don't need to put a 15-year-old to a hotel.
Yeah,
necessarily. You can put them like in a like decent like dorm rooms.
But it's like a sport university or sports school?
Yeah, there's some actually, yeah, something like this. Like, I don't know if it's a university or is it, what's the other one?
Technical school?
Yeah, like technical school, but for sports, like coaching, management, like all this kind of stuff is like...
But sports?
Sports.
Oh,
sports.
Okay.
Because there's everything, like if they have to go through the basic stuff on sports or, learn something like this.
So if I want to be a sports manager, I just go to that school and study?
Yeah.
Even if I'm not like an athlete?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like,
so basically
year around it's like open and it's like school also. But that was when I was younger, because now we got the other place, Kisakallio in Lohja. It's closer to Helsinki, where our national team also practices a few times a year. That's kind of like now the base of the youth system for basketball.
Okay.
They have their own like gym kind of there. And then, yeah, they switched it from this Vierumäki to this one. But this is not I think there is also some, like, it's kind of like campus also, but it's not as big as like Vierumäki is.
From 1967 until 2011, the Finnish men's basketball national team played in A division, the highest division, only 2 times. I'll check my notes. It was in 1977 and in 1995. But nowadays, Finland is number 20th in FIBA world ranking. And like, for example, in this summer you played in World Cup, and it's not a surprise that you're there. What I'm saying is that there happened a change somewhere. Something clicked, and you guys are now like major contenders in Europe and also in the world. And you're one of the products of this new system. And is it this Susijengi mentality, or what is Susijengi?
You've done your research, huh? Yeah. I don't know about the numbers in years, but yeah, probably
just the numbers.
Yeah. No, but I think it's a lot because of a coach we had before, the head coach Henrik Dedman, who arrived to Finland, and he came from Germany. He was German national team head coach before that. But when he came to Finland, I think it's early 2000,
yeah,
somewhere there, and he decided to like change, like not 100% sure how it went, but basically the thing was that he came and he said like, hey, like if we want something out of this, we got to make a system, we got to be consistent, and then we can, through the years we can wait results. But if you want results, like there's not going to be results like you sign me here and next year, the first team is going to be in Division A.
Yeah.
So they made the system, and yes, like you said, I'm one of the products of the system. But that's like through the years. Like I still remember last year when Koponen and Huff were there, and they played these B division games in I don't know where, and they said like everything was like not good, and kind of like bad hotels, and the food was what it was like the time to time, but now it's like for us, like the way they built the system now, it's like every day is for us, like we stay in good hotels. The food is excellent. Like every time we go eat, it's like you get all the varieties of food. We practice in Urhea most of the times, which is the Olympic center, or like Olympic for Olympic athletes. The center, they build it in Helsinki now, which is like unbelievable.
When did they build it?
It's close. It's basically on the school Märsky. So like it's like really close, not like downtown, but it's in what's the area name?
But when did they build it? Like
it was ready like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Or something like this, and it's
Okay, but
top notch.
this coach, he came and he created this Susijengi, like wolf pack.
I mean,
I don't think Susijengi is for like
I don't think he built it like the Susijengi actually. But
because the Susijengi is your like the Finnish national team.
It's a product. It's a product, you know. So I think there's people behind the product, you know, who made this. Like we need a name for it, you know, because I think the logo has been there for ages with the wolf or like.
But it's like
no, 100%.
I mean, for example, if Finland national team plays basketball in a certain way, is this certain way is being adapted in the youth teams?
Yeah, I mean, back then when it was like clear how Susijengi plays, you know, you're underdogs, you're smaller than other teams, you're not as athletic as the other teams, you know, like we didn't have the variety of players that you can just choose. Like we don't have like 50 players that you're like okay, if these 12 guys are injured, we can just pick another 12 guys and we'll be like same level.
I mean, Latvians could understand this.
Yeah, so I mean, they had to make a system that is like really aggressive and kind of like even though we're like not as talented or the players don't play in the like as big league as the other teams, we have to find a way to compete. And they built this system for the youth teams, like you do the same stuff that the men's national team play. So the transition from team to team is easy every year because you don't have the time to every year like, okay, this is the system, these are the set plays. So this year we're going to play this defense. No, it was like every year you went there, you knew like, you knew everything, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, there's small adjustments on the plays, obviously. But every year you went to the youth national team, even though you've seen like the men's national team play, you're like, oh, we do the same stuff. You know, so like you can just watch the games and you still like, you know what's going to happen basically. So the transition from youth national team was easy. When I joined Susijengi first time, we just won the Division B under 20. And I got called up the next day.
To the men's national
team. To the men's national team. So in 2 days, I joined the practice of men's national team. It was me and 2 other guys from that team. And we just jumped in, like straight to the tape practice.
Who was the other guy?
Anton Orabasi, who was the MVP of that, and Tuomas Hirvonen, who's been my point guard for 15 years when I was young. Yeah, we were in the same team for 15 years. Basically, that was, I think, 1 year that we didn't play in the same team. But so we just jumped in the men's national team right away. And you knew all the plays. You knew how to play defense. I mean, obviously, like the level was totally different than from the under 20, but still, like there was like nothing new, kinda. The physicality was new, the speed was new, but like everything else was like you knew.
Plays and
so you just jumped in.
Spēlēt prot daudz. Laukumā visu izšķir detaļas un nianses. Katrā uzbrukumā, katrā aizsardzībā. Jo augstākā līmenī tu spēlē, jo likmes un prasības ir augstākas. Mēs strādājam dienu no dienas, gadu no gada, lai slīpētu katru sadarbību, saspēli un metienu. Tikai tāpēc mēs uzvaram. Rietumbanka. Kvalitāte nekad nav nejaušība.
In 2017, Finland was co-hosting the Eurobasket. And it's going to happen again in 2025. And how big before I start my question, Latvia is also co-hosting in 2025.
I know.
Yeah.
And you got the second phase also.
Yeah, so how big an event was it in 2017 for Finland, and how big was the impact for Finland basketball?
I mean, obviously the impact started already in 2011, 2013.
Yeah, when
I
you
think.
guys got into A
And
division.
2014 was the one that kicked it off, like really, because that was the year in Bilbao, the World Cup.
Yeah.
And we had like 10,000 fans in Bilbao, you know.
Oh yeah, that was the first time.
That was the first
I
time.
also felt it.
Yeah, so like that kind of kicked off really with the national team. But yeah, 2017 was just like the great opportunity. Like Lauri was, I think, just getting drafted for NBA, or he was just drafted. I don't remember correctly. But anyways, like the gyms were sold out. I think Finland won everybody else except Slovenia. I think so.
Yeah.
In group phase. Some crazy games too versus Poland. We got a steal in the end of the game where it's like we're down 1 and Lauri steals the ball and then he dunks the ball on the other end, something like this. And like it was just like when you get the home the home Europeans. I don't know when is the last time or did they ever had a Europeans or group in Europe in Europeans in Finland. But that was like everything went like perfectly. I felt like the time they were in Finland, everything went like perfectly. Yeah. And that just brought up the hype. But yeah, all the games were sold out. It was like all over, like news and all the time. And now, when we played this summer against Lithuania, the first game, the friendly game before World Cup, yep. We were already sold out. We were last year sold out and this is bigger arena than 2017. So, you know, having the home Europeans 2025 is like, I think it's going to be, it's like every game is going to be sold out. And it's like, I haven't been in a like home competition in men's level, not in the youth level even.
So you're excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. Looking forward to it because, they had the youth ones. I think they're going to have another youth ones next year, maybe.
Okay.
In Tampere, because they are testing everything works, but.
So basically, where there is a result, there is spectators and there is popularity.
Yeah.
Are you popular in Finland?
No.
No? Not a celebrity yet?
Nah.
But maybe after 2025.
After maybe, but that's one of the things, like, I don't know,
But did it help for the local basketball clubs, this popularity after 2017, 2014?
I mean, like Susijengi hype has brought more kids to basketball.
Okay.
But you don't see it in the regular season games too much.
Yeah.
Like for the main league, it hasn't carried over. Like I think
the sponsors, right, and the money.
Yeah, I think it's the same like in Latvia. Let me be straight. It's like
we are hoping right now.
Yeah, but I'm not talking on the behalf of Latvian people.
Yeah.
But the thing is that national team and overall, like if people succeed in a national level, like World Cups, Europeans, doesn't matter if it's team sports or individuals, it connects people. Like when somebody is representing the country, it connects people. And I think that's the biggest thing, like for national teams. I mean, we saw with your national team in ice hockey and in basketball, like how many people, like they are in downtown when these national heroes come back home. Like it's just the stuff that unites people. And that's like, that's probably the biggest reason. And obviously, the results help. Like that's going to bring the people together. Everybody in the whole country are supporting the team. It's not like, Ventspils and Riga, that separates people instead of like connecting people.
Connecting people.
Nokia.
Yeah,
Nokia.
You're right.
That's Nokia.
That's also from Finland.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to talk more about Finland national basketball team? Or let's just move to the scary part.
The scary part. No, if something from youth national team, you can cut this like somewhere in between.
Yeah, we will.
But in youth national team, for example, we talked before, like there's like talents and you switch players like year to year. I didn't make under 16 team. Like I was starter.
Why not?
I was starter in under 15, but under 16 I didn't make it.
You didn't like? The coach didn't like you?
No, my defense was not enough. I was a skinny guy, you know.
Oh, yeah, but I wanted to ask about this. How much do they pay attention for like physicality or of a player? Of children. It's tough. Like the practices are tough. They are physical.
Yeah, but I mean, like I don't know enough about this area. Like how they see kids. Do they like kind of like understand like if the parents are tall, you know, what are we expecting from this kid? Like if he's 14 and he's 170, like are they expecting like, okay, we go with the potential, like he's gonna grow and you know he's gonna play this position. But when I was under 16, I remember I was so skinny. Like I still have the pictures. I have a eating disorder.
Yeah.
Like really like skinny, like skin and bones.
Okay, I wasn't a professional basketball player, but for me it was the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was like 15, I was like 60 kilos or something, and I started to grow.
Yeah.
The same for
but
you.
But this is what like I don't know enough about this area of expertise.
Yeah.
But so like still like I was dropped out under 16.
Okay, but who pays attention? Okay, they see. Okay, we have this talented kid. He's super skinny. He didn't make the national team, but who pays the attention to you? Like, does national team give you like supplements, training programs, or is it on your own?
No, I mean, because it's such a small like period of time, kinda of the year, the responsibility is on the clubs. Mm-hmm. The national team's gonna try to help, obviously, but they can't surveil your everyday work.
No, because you play in club.
Yeah.
So
So the club is kind of taking care of it. But I remember this year was a kind of change for me because I was under 16 and they cut me. I was the last player to get cut off before the Europeans under 16. And I was so like pissed and so like kind of like depressed. Like it's like what is this and why? And I got called up on men's team. Under 16, I just got cut off from the youth program, and then the men's team, the men's club's men's team. I still had 4 years of youth programs left in club, but they called me up for men's team to practice, and I said no. I said no at that time, and I remember the coach is still telling this. Like he said, like I kind of like quit basketball for like 2 months. Like yeah. Like I didn't go to practice.
You got depressed?
Yeah, I was like I got that was the first like wall I hit in my like youth years. Like I've always been the guy who was like starting in the youth programs. I was playing like a lot of minutes, and then suddenly.
Who helped you to deal with this setback?
No, I mean like afterwards I heard that the coach was all the time like calling like, hey, like what's up? Like is he still playing basketball or not? But I think this was. My mom helped me on this one, and also like I figured out, like at some point, like I want to play. Like I don't want to sit home, and I don't want to do anything else. I wanna play basketball. And then I called up to I called the coach and I asked like, can I practice on your like? You have practice, I know, but can I go there to work out while you guys warm up? And he was like, yeah, like you can go, because I had Mondays day offs because I started to practice again with the youth team, and then on Mondays I went to practice like when they were in gym. I was on the other end, just like shoot around, like shooting and doing whatever. And then it took like I don't know, few weeks, 2-3 weeks, and then he called me up like, hey, like you want to join the guys? And then after that it was like.
But you completed your like with this youth program.
Yeah, no, my last year we won the national championship under 19.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You completed it, and then you thought about going to somewhere else. Like you went to Czech Republic Or you got called from Spain and then you went to Czech.
This is actually so I was already with men's team in the club.
Yeah, professional.
Since I was 17, basically.
Yeah,
17, I think. I played my first games when I was 17.
But you went like back and forth.
Yeah, you had school first. I mean, maybe you had I think Tuesdays and Thursdays you had academy practice in the morning before the school. Then you had school. Then you went men's practice right away. Then right after you just went to juniors practice. You had like the whole day was like basically.
Just similar, like okay, not like similar, but yeah, the young guys in VEF also have this like they go to this RSU team.
Yeah. So, but those were kind of like my days. The basic day was like school, straight to the gym, to men's practice, then straight to the juniors, and like last 2 years of juniors, I was playing basically with men's team. So, I had to skip a lot of school because there's road games, 6 hours in the bus one way, that's a whole day you're going to skip on practice. But basically we were playing more with men's team than with the youth team. Like we skipped some of the games because it's like you got to recover for men's games because you were averaging, 25 minutes a game with the men's team. So, I mean, we tried to play all the games for juniors when we could, but I remember last year already we started the season 9-0 with the youth team. So then the coach was like, we lost one game, and then the coach was like, don't play. Like men's team coach is so like, you don't play with the juniors anymore. Like you guys are number one seeded, you're gonna make the playoffs. Like most likely, like you just play with the men's team now. And there was a lot of games. Like I had that was the last year also in school.
Yeah.
So I had like work practice, where I have to be in the kitchen.
A lot of games throughout the year.
Yeah, there was a lot of games. I don't think there was like 18 games in juniors plus 36 in men's team regular seasons plus playoffs plus preseason, and it's like almost 60 games.
That's a lot. Yeah. What's the record in VEF, most games played in a season?
No.
And who has it?
No, I have no idea.
One of your teammates has it. It's Dairis Bertāns. He has 75 games per season when VEF played in 4 different leagues. Alex, let's talk right now about the army, because a lot of talk recently was about Lauri Markkanen. The whole world was talking about it, the whole basketball world. And Lauri Markkanen served his mandatory service in this summer. And did you guys talk about his experience in the mandatory army?
Yeah, I mean, he was time to time talking about it, even though the guys didn't want to even hear about it. But he said it was a good experience. Like I think he's been saying it like everywhere on the papers too. Like he kind of enjoyed his time. He got some new friends there, and then he saw a little bit different side of life, kinda, with the military. But I mean, he stepped in the service right after the season.
Yeah, the NBA season.
Yeah, like
over.
Basically straight. Like I remember, I think he flew like maybe like Friday or Saturday, something like this, and Monday he started. But yeah, I mean, he took care of it. He started like really like because he had an off season started, so he didn't like he was not working out. So he was like, I'll just do as much days as I can like in the beginning. So he has he can use his like you get these like for camps. For play like athletes get for like camps and a national team games, you get like days you can use as the army days. That's like how it's built for the athletes army. If you get what I'm saying.
Okay, he's an athlete in the army.
Yeah, and they have a special army for athletes.
Special army. Okay.
Yeah, you need to be like certain level and you have to apply for getting there. So basically, representing your country in a sport. You can use those days kind of like as a service days because they like it's kind of.
So basically, the World Cup counted as a
service. Yeah.
Okay.
But because he started so like when he went to army, he was there basically like every day, like all the time, like on those days, like you could use those days in the beginning for practice, but he was just there like overnights and like stuff like this.
Why?
So he used days in the end of the summer when we have the World Cup and we have camps.
Oh, okay.
So he was kind of like serving still, like he still had days, but you know, like I'm not like 100% sure like how you count it, like how many days he has and whatever, but like in the end of the day he served his time on the military.
But did it like mess up with the preparation for the World Cup or was it different?
For the World Cup, what I saw in the camps, like no, like he was like there every day. I mean, he had his days. Like
so he came when everybody came.
When everybody came, he came to the practice,
okay.
And then. But I mean, obviously, like before that, when he was still in military, because there is also like the rules, like you have to go back to the campus kind of to sleep there. Like you can go to practice, but then you have certain times you have to be back and, you know, be in military, do stuff. So he was practicing in the mornings and he had to be, I don't know, let's say 12 o'clock, he had to be back to do the service like in military and then stay over there. And then he would just like, next morning he would just go back to the workout.
And how long is this service usually for people?
The minimum is 6 months.
6 months?
6 months.
And can you serve it like, I mean, I go when I'm 21 years old, I serve something, then I serve something when I'm 29, or I have to, when I start, then I have to do all the 6?
The plan in the army, what I understood, is that they try to make sure that, like, they try as, like, in the like, what's the situation with the person, but they try to go, like, one stint, like, 6 months, that's it.
That's it.
Like, I mean, obviously with some athletes, for example, who had like school, like university or college in States, it's kind of impossible to go 6 months just like in the middle. They can do it.
It's like until 30, right?
Yeah. So they usually, like, what they do, when they come back from college, they serve the time that they can, and then they go back to college, and next summer they just like do the rest of it, like they finish the service. 6 months is minimum, but then it's like 9 months and 12 months.
Again?
No. Like, you're either 6, 9, or 12.
Oh, okay.
And usually, like, the people who are 12, they can like stay in the army and, you know, try to get a job from there.
So now in Latvia we have this mandatory military service that's gonna start, I think, I'm not sure when it's gonna start, but it's gonna start soon. And what are your thoughts about mandatory military service for people at our age? Is it necessary? Is it?
I think in certain situations it's good. For me, first of all, I think it's for the small countries. It's good because we don't have people that we can just like hire for army. Like it's not like I don't know.
No, we're in NATO.
Yeah, we're in NATO now, but still, I feel like for protection of the country, it's good that it's mandatory.
You need to know how to use.
Yeah, basic skills. I mean, 6 months. I think it's pretty basic training.
Yeah.
But yeah, and what I've seen through the years when people around me being in the army, for some people it's a good thing. Like, for some people it's been really good, and some people it's not that good. But for example, for people who are like kind of like alone, you know, don't have like a lot of friends and stuff like this, when you go army and you stay in the same place with the other guys for 6 months, you know, you have to be social. You have to work, like, learn how to work together. And I mean, you can get new friends there, you know. You get food there like every day for free, or like it's included on the service time. So you get a rhythm for like life, you know. You wake up early, you do like physical stuff, because this is like this is like wrong to say, but like every day, like regular people, not talking about you know, whatever athletes or whatever. I think it's, for some people it's really good. Like, because you get your like rhythm, you get, you know, you can be with around people, and you know, like I said, like working
It gets
together.
your together.
Yeah, but yeah, and for some people it's been good when they're in a situation that they don't know after high school, like what I want to do with my life, like kind of in a situation. So then you go serve your like in the army, and you get 6 months time to kind of like figure out stuff. And in Finland, the army, in case you've been living in a rent, I think there's some certain period of time they will pay your rent.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have a problem with this. So you can just go there and just be there, like do this now and then
you don't
figure
have to
out.
worry about who pays your rent at home.
Yeah. So, but it's not like, you know, I'll rent a mansion today and tomorrow I'll start army, you know, and then army is gonna pay. It doesn't work like this.
Of course.
But yeah, I mean, but then I also understand people who are like, you know, it's kind of hard to go army now because they already know they applied for school and, you know, this and that, and they're in a role.
Yeah, but that's
in
why
life.
it's like you have this period of time. Like in Finland, it's 10 years. In Latvia, I don't want to tell something wrong, but I think it's until 27 years old or something like that. You signed with VEF again.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy. And this is VEF's 65th birthday season. And I think I can say on behalf of the fans that we are extremely happy that you're back. And
Paldies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lūdzu. But this is your 4th season in VEF. What brings you back here for the 4th time? Because it is not, I don't want to say normal, but it's like for foreign players, it's like usually 1-2 seasons. And there are a few of those who have stayed longer, like 3 or 4 years.
So you're telling there's something wrong with me?
No, I'm extremely happy.
That's what it sounded like.
I'm extremely happy that you're back here.
No, I mean, for me, it was a kind of obvious choice coming back. I mean, I had some health issues last year in Athens. AEK. And I mean, what can I ask more? You know, the staff here is like excellent. Like the guys, Harry's, Oscar's, coaches, they trying to help you every day to get better. I mean, on and off the court, kind of like, you know, they want to see you succeed. You know, I know the club, you know, I know the people around the club. I know the weather, or I thought I know the weather, but it's been all over the place in the past few days.
But it can be colder than in summer.
No, but I mean, it's close home, just I think it's 50-minute flight or something like this. But yeah, like...
So it basically feels like second home for you.
Yeah, second home, and you know, I love the city. It's kind of small, big city. You know what I mean?
Like Valkeala.
No.
Kind of small but big.
No, but it's like you have everything here. The traffics are not too crazy, except on that main street. I don't remember.
Like in Athens.
Yeah, but Athens was, we don't go to this one. Athens traffic was even worse. But yeah, like, I mean.
You started your first season in 2019-2020 here in VEF. It was cut short due to COVID-19 pandemic. But what was your first experience? Can you remember here?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. It was something new for sure.
Before you were in Czech Republic and in Spain, right?
Yeah.
And then you came to Riga.
Yeah, I came to Riga, and I really didn't.
Champions League basketball.
Yes, this was
Latvian Estonian League.
Latvian Estonian League. A lot of new players. I really didn't know what to expect. I mean, I was talking with Coach Yanis only, but already on the first year, I kind of felt like these are people who are genuinely want to help you. There is the business side of the sport, but it's not as like crazy as some of the other places. Like, you know, you have the sense like, okay, like here are the people who are only thinking about business.
Like business, they bring in this new guy and they.
Yeah,
What
I
do
mean, like you
business?
switch players based on their like I don't know
Potential?
one performance and
Okay.
you know, this kind of stuff. And then when I came to Riga, it's like you feel like these are the people like we want to help you succeed, and we also want to help you to get like to the better leagues, to the better money, you know, stuff like this. And it's like you can see it on everyday like work, how these people like how they want to help, and on day offs they will show up to the gym in case you need something, and
That's really important for a team like VEF, I think, because you know you need to cherish the guys who are here. You succeed together, and I don't know, for example, and even after this next season when we were in 2020, 2021, when basically I think 85% of the team just went somewhere, and it's like, and then you can bring the next season some other guys like, you know, like, I don't know, I don't want to say new Alex Madsen comes, and but it's like the model that works for this kind of a team that isn't maybe that hasn't maybe so much financial strength, but they have other like benefits.
but I mean it's in like you said 2020 2021. That was last time Isaiah was here, right?
Yeah, that was
the year. That was the year. But yeah, like that's one of the like years. That's a good example of a year. Like even though our budget was not like we were probably the lowest budget in Champions League.
It was basically the same as all these other years.
Like, but that was the year that we proved also like it doesn't matter the budget. Like you can still like compete, and you know you can still be like really like as a team and like have a great potential to go like.
Yeah, a little bit background. It's this is the 2020-2021 season. It was a COVID season, and it was a shame that it was a COVID season for all the VEF listeners and fans, because nobody could enjoy this basketball live in the gyms, and the team and I honestly think that when VEF got this rebirth from 2007, I believe this team is one of the top 3 teams VEF had in these last 16 years. Maybe my math's wrong.
Yeah.
And the team that I'm talking about, they had KJ, Kyle Allman, Michael Kaiser, Isaiah, Alex, Kristers Zoriks played. Who else played? Artis Ate, Aigars Šķēle, Lithuanian guy Saulius, and Arnolds Helmans, Werners Kochs.
Yeah.
And this team reached the round of 16 in Champions League, and only thing we didn't get lucky with the COVID.
Yeah.
Because we got ill, and you felt it. The worst, right? I remember we were in this
Burgos.
in Burgos, and after a game, I remember the game was already like second half or something, and you said to Harry that you feel sick.
Yeah.
And then we went to hospital.
Yeah.
And then what happened in the next 20 days?
Next 21 days, I was stuck in Spain in a hotel room. That kind of changed the direction of that season for us.
Well, what can you say about this season and this team?
I mean, that's probably the most fun I've had in basketball since I was a junior, like for a long time. Because like, I mean, overall, like the atmosphere with the players, but also like the atmosphere, like on the basketball, like everyday work was like unbelievable. Like everybody was so competitive, but at the same time, everybody was having fun. Like that year was like I think there's not gonna be the same type of season, like probably in my basketball career left. I hope there will be, but that was so much fun. Like you know, Like the guys, it's just like competing, and then like nobody wanted to lose on practice, and if they lost bad in the practice because we counted the wins in practice, then it was like no, we go one more. Like we can't go home like this, you know. We gotta take one win, and or you know, it was even, and coach was like, yeah, today this is enough, and still guys were like, no, we gotta know who won. Like we gotta play one more, and you know, like competing and talking trash in the practice, but at the same time, like after the practice, like everybody like just high-fived or like shook hands, like, yeah, good practice, and you know.
I remember when the guys came like 1 hour before practice, just to practice.
Yeah.
And yeah, you as well. And I think this carried on with the other guys because
it
was like optional, but
it's still like mandatory.
Yeah, it's optional, but it's like mandatory.
Yeah,
hey,
but
these guys are doing
but that was the one, like, you know, some of the guys started it like in the beginning of the season, like hour before the workout, and then, you know, it's just carried. Like then some other guy like came like earlier, and then other guy, and then it's like somebody's like, oh, like everybody's here already, and like, yeah, they've been here like 30 minutes already. It's like, damn, like I gotta be earlier. So I think at one point, and this was early in the season, like maybe like early, like before December, it was like if you were 40 minutes before practice, you were late. Like you were last one. So you were like, you opened the locker room door and you're like, oh, like everybody's already like their gear is there. Like you can hear basketballs. But that was the time that, you know, the gym was like free. Like it was open all the time. Like basically we were the only ones. Okay, LU was
practicing. Yeah, because of the COVID, the gym was
so that was a little bit different. But I mean, I think that also kind of that year also changed in VEF, kind of like the perspective, how also like coaches and the staff see like what is the level that we're aiming for, and like everyday work.
So the standards were raised, and you feel it nowadays too, like this year.
Yeah, I mean every year is different, obviously, and this year is way different than 2020, 2021, because now also we got Promete in the gym and LU in the gym, and you know the I think
gym is packed.
Yeah, it's packed. So but still people trying to figure out like every day, like when is the gym open, what time we can get there, and I mean the weight room is now upgraded, so like you can go.
So the mindset is pretty much in the same direction.
Yeah.
Question from the team, from VEF team, VEF Rīga team question. What is your favorite kind of ice cream?
Chocolate saldējums.
And what's your favorite song?
Same answer to that one.
But is it your favorite song or favorite Latvian song?
Favorite Latvian song.
Is it Chocolate saldējums?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to talk about this year's Champions League group, and we have in our group Darüşşafaka from Turkey, and where KJ plays, so you will see him again. And we have Tenerife again, and we have French team Šajā with Gary Blakes. He played here last year. What can you say about our group? Is it that bad, or is it that good? Because there's going to be really good basketball in Riga.
Yeah, I mean this is the same thing I was telling about when they asked about the World Cup. Like this is an amazing opportunity. Like what is better? Like is there any better thing for a basketball player than play like great games, like against the best or you know the top teams? So yeah, like, I mean, if obviously it's a tough group, but I think we have good chance for advancing. I'm not 100% sure how the system goes. Does it go same like last year?
Second and third go to plains.
Yeah, so I mean, like, if you're first in the group, like, amazing. Like, that would. I think it's not in it's in our hands, but if you like. Check the teams and check the everything that's going on. Like I think it would take a little bit luck also to be first, but for like for sure, like our goal is to go top 16 and then then we will see where we go from there.
What is KJ's weakness?
KJ's weakness? KJ's weakness, I would say
How can we stop KJ?
Defense. Make him play defense, yeah.
Okay, and how can we win Tenerife?
Win Tenerife? Oh. That's gonna be a tough game.
We need fans.
We need fans for sure.
In Arena Riga.
Yeah, we need a crowd.
We've
been close because we've been close too, like winning.
Of course.
Yeah, it's not like it's impossible.
Of course.
But we're gonna need all the support, and then we need a little bit, like I said, maybe a little bit luck on that game, and we will see.
And a little bit more about this team. We're coming to an end of this podcast. What's the vibe right now in this team? How are you feeling?
I mean, the situation right now is like, because I came from the World Cup, head coach came from the World Cup, Pinheiro came from World Cup, Bertans came from World Cup. Like, it's kind of like we're still trying to figure out the chemistry of the team. It's like everybody's a little bit like, where's my role and what is my role and how many minutes I'm playing and a little bit the system. We changed a few players. So, I mean, like, there's a lot of potential. We just got to find the way to play together. That's probably the most important. And we're already kind of, like, late on the schedule, but it is what it is, and we just got to find it.
And is your role changed? Like, for example, the last 3 seasons you played here and this year, have you talked with coach? Do you have a different role this year?
Not really. I think we're on the like same page kind of on what I'm expected to be and to do on the court. Maybe it changes more that I need to be more of the voice for the team, and I'm again more experienced by 1 year, and so I'm trying to help as much as I can, but I'm just trying to do my stuff and then help that way.
Okay, Alex, it was a pleasure.
Yeah.
I'll shake your hand.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I mean, this was a very, very, very nice and heartwarming episode seeing you back here. Un, jā, skatītāji, tas bija Alexandrs Madsens. Ieliekat laiku šim video, ierakstiet kādu komentāru, padalieties ar šo video. Tiekamies jau nākamajās VEF Rīga mājas spēlēs. Nākam atbalstīt VEF viņu gan uz Olimpisko centru, gan uz Arēnu Rīga, jo mūs sagaida fantastisks basketbols šajā sezonā. Tas bija Alexandrs Madsens. Ar jums raidījuma vadītājs Rolands Mauriņš. Paldies, ka skatījāties. Tikšanos nākamajās sērijās. Tā.